Ho, ho, ho!
Ho, ho, ho. Merry Christmas. That didn't go down well, did it? Manchester United 0, West Ham 2. And thank you, United, for spoiling my Christmas. Probably a lot of people are echoing the same what I'm saying right now. I mean, what the hell was that? Honest to God. I mean, if you look at the first half, first half analysis, United defended as per what we saw at Anfield. But then I was thinking on the back of my head, hang on, we just went to Anfield, which is the most hardest stadium to go and play, get a point for. And you're playing at London Stadium. And West Ham was just sitting there compact, same as we. There was no clear-cut chances for any of them. West Ham was playing just on one strategy only, set pieces. Set pieces, people. And we were defending a very high line. Not much going forward at first half. Not much for going forward. And Rashford was subbing off Højlund, who only had one chance. Because guess what? When you play a midfield with Scott McTominay in it, Kobe Mainoo, by the way, they did brilliantly, and Bruno Fernandes, that was playing deep, but Scott McTominay was also playing deep. There was no creativity whatsoever. Garnacho, on the other hand, on the first half, has had, 2 goal-scoring opportunities and also shot for Kobe Mainoo. So, in the first half, we had more of the clear-cut chances, but nothing to show for. We still lack the creativity, and I kept tweeting, during the halftime, is that, we need to get in more creativity in that midfield. 100%. We need Eriksen to come in. Although I don't really know how fit Eriksen, but Eriksen did come in the second half. All right, fine. First half was boring, a little bit of a snowfest, but pat on the back, we were defensively solid and sound. But again, the attacking, the creativity, the goal-scoring opportunities is dried out. There's nothing there. Second half, arguably to speaking, in 56 minutes, Ten Hag subs out Højlund for Rashford. That does not make any sense. Rashford is not a center forward. He's a winger. Force-fed in. Did that make any change? He hardly had any touches. I think he had 2 touches on the whole game, right? On the other hand, like an Alvarez from West Ham was a solid defensive rock there for West Ham as well. But you know what? We're slowly getting into the game, and guess what happens? Mistakes. We same old. We fall asleep, lose concentrations, and we get punished by no other than Bowem. The informed Bowem. God damn. You know what? Luke Shaw again falling asleep, not tracking the defense. He's not tracking Bowem. Right? You can clearly see it, right? Brilliant pass from Paquetá, right? Brilliant assist. But Luke Shaw, he was ball watching and not tracking his runner. That was mistake number 1. Boom. Erik ten Hag, I was looking, are you going to do any substitution here? Your in-game management has been scrutinized, and you, again, not being reactionary here. Against Klopp, you were. But here, what happened? Are you guys thinking about wrapping Christmas gifts, going home early, eating that ham, the turkey, whatever you're planning? But, 75 minutes, what happens? I was expecting a little bit of creativity. Take out Scott McTominay, for crying out loud. No, what does it do? 75 minutes is taking Pelistri instead of Anthony. Okay, I love Pelistri, but that's so late in the game. I don't really understand. Where was Eriksen to be subbed in? Later on, he got in, but it's a little bit too late. But in the 78 minutes, to be honest to God, Mohamed Kudos, that played under Erik ten Hag, put us under the sword with 2-0. And that was under Kobe Mainoo's mistake, according to my opinion, was having a solid game. A solid game until that missed pass in the middle. That was game over, Red Rover for us. We never looked like we were coming back. We were like, putting our hands on the hips and hanging down our heads. But I got to give it to the youngster, the debutant, which name I can't pronounce, Kawamba, whatever his name is. Sorry if I'm not really pronouncing his name yet. I'm still learning his name. But guys, this is Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year for Manchester United. Welcome to the therapy session, and I hope this doesn't ruin your Christmas. And I'm going to bring in my Jarvis Cocker to the stage. Jarvis, big up. How are you?
Hello, hello, hello.
Did this
Yep.
ruin your Christmas now?
Well, it's a hope that kills you now. I started to get giddy at the Liverpool game. Everybody's starting to believe again. I was hoping Ten Hag should learn, play with the double pivot, at least in a way against good opposition. But
Yep.
we started again with the same old. Bruno Mctominay, crap midfield, and yeah, it is what it is.
I just don't understand, my friend. I just don't understand what is Scott McTominay doing there. Like, other than does he do any other favors than baking cookies and making massages and stuff like that to get picked, right? This did not make any bloody sense to me. We didn't have any midfield. Like, he was playing deep as well, but he did offer nothing, right? Bruno Fernandes was supposed to be creative, not nothing, right?
Hmm.
Kobe Mainoo first half, brilliant, so cool and composed. Like, he's the youngest still, he's learning the game. This was his ninth senior appearance, to my opinion. The young centre back French one, Kawamba, what's his name? Kawamba, right?
Yeah, yeah.
He was brilliant as well. Like,
Kamvala.
Kamala, yeah, Kamala.
Kamvala.
I liked it. I like what I see, and it looked like he's playing the game before, like cool and composed. Johnny Evans made a couple mistakes. Johnny Evans almost the back pass back to another back pass. Oh my daisy! But look, how did you see the game? Because I saw David Moyes was just playing in his game, like David Moyes just being compact, defending, hoping like for a counter attack. But we were defending quite well. We were quite compact into the 75 minutes until we slumbered off a little bit, right? He was honestly to God playing on set pieces. United was kind of like defended the set piece as well, like they studied it, like they videotaped it and studied. They played a very high line, and they beat Zuma so many times in the air there as well. But what happened, Jarvis? What happened?
Well, from a tactical point of view, I think West Ham, they trapped us. They just let us play because they knew we had nothing. They had one man pressing Bowen during first 70 minutes. I think they were in control. They were sitting with the mid block. They had no problems defending against our attacks. They let Kambala have the ball. I can't expect much from him. He's a youngster. He didn't have
Yeah, he did
much
well.
experience. He came in, yeah, he did. He played himself into the game, but he played on the safe side. So, uh, and Anthony, Garnacho, Hoylund, our attack, they are toothless. The creativity in our midfield is non-existing.
Non-existent.
Even Bruno. So in a way, it's nothing much to write home for. West Ham and David Moyes, they had a blast. They were just sitting there waiting. And in the seven, I think it was about the 65 to 70 minutes. David Moyes did the tactical change. He moved Bowen out to the right side. He moved Paqueta in the 10 role, and every time Paqueta dropped down, Kudos came into the middle, and Bowen was free.
That was a master genius class.
Ten Hag, as usual, in-game management, just stood there, watched it, and see it, and it happened. So suddenly, Paqueta was free in the 10 role. Beautiful pass, beautiful assist to Bowen.
Definitely
Pass over, and they
the
were
1-0
up.
goal, yeah, in the 75.
Then the game was over. You saw all the heads dropped.
All the heads was dropping down. Yeah,
no fight.
Listen,
yeah.
Would you agree that what lacked here was lack of movement? Again, like there was no movement in the midfield. There was no movement to actually meet the ball. Like we really played well from the back. We played well out of the press in the back first, second half. But in terms of going forward, nobody wanted the ball. There was no creativity. There was a couple of passes of play that was great, but we hardly had a shot and got on target in the second half. So to sub off Hoyland for Rashford did not make any difference whatsoever, right? It didn't, right? So maybe perhaps if we put him on the left wing, but Garnacho was fading away a little bit. But it's a problem. And I say that the midfield is a problem, We were crying out for the double pivot, but in this game, I don't know. What did Scott McTominay offer more than just height and physicality?
Yeah, he offers nothing as usual. He scores the goal one
Zero.
or another sometimes, but that's it. Sometimes he tries to drop down and receive the ball, but he can't do anything with it. So we usually just pass the ball back if he's not losing it. So for me, I see the same problems with Bruno now. Sometimes I think Bruno is underperforming. He's not even close. He's too deep when he has the ball or
Mm.
out of position, and he doesn't press well, and everything is out of sync with this Man United team. We
Yeah,
don't
but
we
one
don't
thing,
we don't use
one
the ball to break West Ham down. We
no.
play slowly up to the midfield, and suddenly we play a long ball to the wingers, to
Mm.
Garnacho,
Or play
and
backwards.
then West Ham just stands there. Okay, bring it.
Okay, bring it on.
What are
Yeah.
we supposed to do? We have 7 people around Garnacho. Just play him the ball.
Uh,
We don't care.
it's like
And
it's like
that
a
this is
heavy
what's happening. There's no
it's like a
tactics.
it's like a heavyweight boxing match, and you're meeting this giant, and all he has to do is park himself in the middle and let the other one just dance around him,
Mhm.
that's it,
This
right?
is David Moyes. We knew David Moyes plays this way. This is he
Mm,
he lures people in with traps. This is his football.
mm.
He
So
waits
he
until
learned a
we
trap there,
until
and
we
we
flee,
fell into
and
the
then
trap.
he hit us.
So that was my initial rant reaction, that I think I can criticize Ten Hag for not being reactionary enough, for not for his in-game management today. People are learning, but you had enough time to improve your in-game management. You know what I mean? Because
Mm.
you should have, if you really wanted to win this game, you should have changed your midfield. Do a little bit tactical tweaks, what's Rashford going to do? Not in form at all. To come in instead of Hoyland. It's all about finding feeding the striker. Now we didn't even do that. You know what I mean? So what's Rashford going to do for you? Offer you pace, counter-attacking? No, seriously.
Yeah, that's the thing, Mick. I think you have a great point. What is Rashford supposed to do? And this is, in a way, it's on Ten Hag because he don't predict the game very well. We used to have Mourinho. He could predict the game, the full 90 minutes every game beforehand. He knew what was going to happen, and he set up his team. Maybe it was a little bit too much defensively, and a little bit too
Yep.
I would say. Didn't explore the opportunities going forward. But with Ten Hag, it's very predictable. It's extremely predictable, and he doesn't take into account that West Ham is going to play this way. And for me, it's very naive. I think he's way out of depth when it comes to
Mm.
tactical stuff and his in-game management. He doesn't do anything. It goes to 75. I think we did the subs in
Yeah,
the
75. Yeah.
83rd minute, and then Ericsson and Pelistri came on in the 83rd minute.
No,
And
his first substitution was
there
the
was
offensive
Rashford for
substitution,
Hoyland in
Rashford.
the
But
70
it should
something
have
minute.
been the midfield substitution in that case, according to my opinion. That was 75
Yeah.
minutes or 70 minutes, something like. I think it was 75 minutes. And Jeff Steele's
Rashford and
coming in.
Hoyland.
Yeah, Rashford for Hoyland.
Yeah.
That didn't make any difference, and it didn't change the game at all. What you should have done is change up in the midfield, basically throw in a register, more two technical players that can feed the balls to the wings and to the
Mhm.
striker to do the link-up play. But that was the mistake number one, according to my opinion. Officially, what Jeff Steele is saying, this is the longest time United has gone without scoring a goal in the Premier League, and this is turning into a problem now. This is turning into Sahara Desert at the moment. I can recognize that we have tried to sort of, stopgap the leaking of the goals, and we are doing that fine because we are now defending compact as a team. But it's all about attacking now as well. The attack of play and the attack of play, the patterns of play are not really there. And in the press conference, Ten Hag was talking about that everyone has to contribute, the fullbacks, the
Mhm.
midfielders, and they didn't do it, right? You saw one instance that Bruno Fernandes was saying, everyone go forward like this, but nobody was really listening, right? And it was a
Yeah.
frustrating game, to be honest, right?
Yeah.
Arguably
Yeah.
to
I,
say
I saw I
Jarvis,
saw that with Bruno. I saw him waving, go forward,
mm,
and press. And is it
uh,
Bruno who is the one who should tell this, or is it the manager?
everyone should read the
Because we are
game.
out of sync when we press. We don't press as
Yeah,
a unit. That's one of the
yeah.
problems. If
Another
Bruno and
problem is
Hoyland
also
presses,
that,
and Anthony and Garnacho watches.
yeah, when we played, this is not me having an agenda though. When we played away in Anfield, Bruno was not playing, but
Yeah.
Bruno was actually playing today, and he's the leader, he's the captain, and you set a precedence on the pitch. Again, falling down, not getting up, like, being petulant. It's just not on. Like, get up. If you get
Mm.
knocked down, kicked, don't lie there and complain, right? Or get another yellow card, to be honest, right? So yeah, I didn't think Bruno Fernandes had such a great game or such a great leadership today. So for me, under par, under par, under par. if
Bruno
i if
Bruno had he was suspended last game. He didn't play the
Yeah,
Liverpool game. Yeah,
I know.
he should be full of energy and, and
Mm,
and going out there and leading his boys. But
mm,
he don't. That's Bruno for you.
yeah.
Sometimes good, sometimes shit. And but it's not only Bruno. All of the players have is way too inconsistent when it comes to how they perform. We
Yeah.
and But I think Ten Hag needs to start to address this. He
Mm.
needs to okay,
Sorry.
we can't score a goal, but at least let's not concede goals. Let's
Yeah, I
play with
believe
the
so.
double pivot. Let's be more patient in our gameplay, more patient
But
when we
he's
attack.
setting up to be more pragmatic. That's just not his style. But I can understand why he's trying to do that as well. I mean, I remember we were doing the Christmas party show yesterday. Thank you everyone for all the donations, for rocking up and everything. And Widderbird was in the chat, and she said these players had had 1 week of rest now. They should be full of energy to come into this game and be motivated, right? I saw first half, it was positive. I saw a compact shape. I saw it. I saw that we grew into the game in the first half. We were more like, we had more clear cut chances than they did, right? We're talking about two goal scoring opportunities by Garnacho. He could have squared it 1-0, 2-0. We saw a shot from Kobe Maynard. There was a wobbler, like, and that
Mhm.
Scott McTominay was blocking. And I don't know, we could have at least gone up 1-0 in the first half, but no. West Ham, for me, it's kind of always been a tricky game. Like, when you're playing in
Yeah.
London Stadium, we always seem to get a 1-0 draw, or we come back strong at the dying minutes, like, to get a 2-1 or something like that. So I was still feeling like, the PTSD in me, like, they're gonna fall asleep again, and this is gonna happen. And it happened. God damn it, it happened.
We don't have the quality to break down a mid or a semi
No,
mid or low block. You
we
saw
can't
it
break
against
down the low block. No
Bournemouth the same. We just stand there. We pass the ball around. We try to attack, but we have nothing. We have no quality. But
movements.
I would say on the goals, on the first goal, McTominay is in the middle defending the area in front of the 18-yard box. Kudos passes in the ball from the side to Paqueta, who gives it beautifully to Bowen. But
Mm,
McTominay, he doesn't react. He sees the ball coming, and when Paqueta has the ball, then he reacts. Then he starts to
yeah,
go and press.
that's exactly what I said.
This is McTominay for you, because his mind is not built for defensively
No,
play.
it's
He
not.
doesn't
It's
see
not.
stuff like this. He doesn't
No.
react quick enough because he's not a DM. And why do we keep playing him in the DM role? Or I don't know what's his
Yeah.
role. Is it 6,
He,
8, 10, whatever? What
I,
is Ten Hag trying to do?
I've been trying to figure out what Scott McTominay's role is in this team is for the past 6 years, because I can't pinpoint if he's a 6, 8, or 10. Nothing. He's just nothing. He's something in between all that. Here's an interesting stat for you. What Yali Malmin is contributing. Well, that didn't go down as planned. I look at the table. 18 goals, scores, -5 goal difference. Now, how we are ninth on the table with those stats. I mean, if you look at it, we were like, sixth at one point, and three points away from City. How did this happen all of a sudden, right? Regression all of a sudden. But
Mm,
damn, we got to go and play Villa next time at home, and that better be a win game, because then you have people will
no,
have a little bit of a break in New Year's. And
we can't turn this around. I think we are done for the season. I
you
think Ten Hag,
reckon?
yeah, he's done as a manager. He will get the sack. This is just the reality. I hope that Ten Hag will
Is it
continue.
plastic sack, or is it a plastic sack, or
No, he
how
will get
does it look,
a
paper
kick
bag?
in his ass back to Amsterdam. He
Hacky
won't be
sack.
staying. Yeah, and these
You,
players, they are gladly throwing him under the bus. They don't understand what Ten Hag is trying to do, and he don't understand his players. So it's a both sided thing. I'm not blaming all on the players or all on Ten Hag, and they can't correct themselves. They can't learn by their mistakes, and that's a big problem. But we will lose to Aston Villa. We will probably lose against Nottingham Forest on New Year's Eve, and or the day before New Year's Eve. And yeah, this is it. I
Hey,
think
big up
we
Alien
can't
Tenor.
turn it
We'll share
around.
the link with you guys if we want to come in later on. We're just going to have a sort of in-depth conversation before we invite the guests as well,
And one
because
more
this is
thing, Mick, I just want to say when it comes to McTominay, Ten Hag will die on this hill.
he
Solskjaer
will.
did the same. He died on the McTominay hill, and this is Ten Hag's fault too. You know, they put their bets on the wrong players. They don't
So
open
you
their
can say
eyes
that
and see the reality.
McTominay is the Blackadder, like he's the kiss of death. Like everyone that's played him, trusted him, got fired. Really, I just still don't understand what is in his contract that he has to be picked and has to stay for full 90 minutes or 95, depending how the game goes. I just don't see it. He never gets subbed off, and every single Tom, Dick, and Harry in this community and everywhere on socials are saying the same thing. What the
Mm,
hell is he doing on the pitch?
mm,
Why? I just wonder why. I don't understand, mate.
yeah.
Make it make sense. Because if you go there, fine. Yeah, I get that he's a leading goal scorer, but that's it. That's about it. He's not a 6, he's not an 8, he's not a number 10. What is he? He's a super sub.
Imagine we sold Fred and kept McTominay. We sold
We
Fred and
sold.
kept McTominay.
Yeah,
Jesus
at
Christ.
least Fred provided some Flintstones,
Yeah,
man. Yeah.
yeah, he did. He did.
Anyway, guys, Lillis United, big up to you. Alien Bossage, big up to you as well. I can see you guys. Welcome to the therapy session. RJ Glazes, bravo, 100%. Brendan Chappelle, bravo. I personally blame Alien Tenor. It's his fault. Alien
No,
Tenor says, I told you so, 2-0, but it was 2-0 to United, Alien, wasn't it? You didn't say
Sheffield
2-0 West Ham.
West Ham
Huh?
United.
Man, I'm just like, I don't know what to say. Like, I'm just numb today because I'm just getting into the Christmas spirit. Like, I'm been running around doing things today, and tomorrow we're gonna cook and everything else. So maybe we're getting a little bit too overexcited because this team is, one step forward, one step back, one step forward, two steps back. It's reminds me of Ole Gunnar Solskjaer. Like, we had that season when we won one game, we lost one game, fans
Mm.
got giddy again, and then back in the
Yeah,
game.
but
So I'm not going to say.
we still have Solskjaer's coaches training these guys on the field.
Did you hear
Less
the breaking news?
half of our coaching staff, like the 10 or 12 of them, are hired by Sonny.
By the way, did you hear the breaking news regarding Ole?
No,
No,
I haven't.
I think
What?
he's going to join Besiktas in Turkey as a manager.
Really?
Yeah,
Really?
yeah, yeah.
I just read he took a job in the FIFA.
Did
But
he?
maybe, yeah, yeah.
Ah, the FIFA, because
Mm,
they provide good brown paper bags there, right?
they do, they do.
They
That's where
do.
you get
I
the
read.
paper
I read
bags.
there was in a Google article about it. Quickly browsed it. There, he's been considered for Besiktas, Turkey. I mean,
Mm.
well deserved. He's been out of job for quite a while as well, right? So
I see Jale comes in. He not FIFA, but UEFA.
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 Hmm.
Yeah,
Hmm. Thank God there's boxing later on tonight, and thank God there's Arsenal playing tonight as well. I guess there's a big game tonight as well.
it is. It is
Yeah,
Arsenal Liverpool.
oof, that's a good one. I'm gonna watch that one, but I hate both of them. I cannot lie. What do you see prediction in that game? Will it be a draw?
It's going to be a game of good football. I think Liverpool. I think Liverpool will win it. I saw them against this West Ham team a couple of days ago. They won 5-1, and this West Ham team played the game full 90 minutes 3 days ago, and we had a full week of
Yeah.
rest.
Look, statistically, like, I know you don't like possession. I mean, I like possession-based football, but if only you could sort of find pockets of space actually leading to goal-scoring opportunities. But we picked up a pace, we picked up a possession. Like, in the middle of the second half, we had approximately 64% of ball possession. So we grew into the game. But again, it's the same old, same old. Like, you called it, I called it. Luke Shaw was ball watching, not reactionary. Like that Paqueta, that was a brilliant pass to Bowen. Big up Bowem. He's in form currently. I think he scored like 12 goals right now. Big up.
Mm.
But again, like, you cannot ball watch, right? You got to be reactionary. And same thing with Scott McTominay. Like, same thing when you're playing in high school. You're playing, watching, like, the ball's coming, and then you're watching, like, just go in there, dive right in there. Like, you know what I
Yeah,
mean?
yeah. I
Hmm.
knew, but West Ham took the sting out of the game. They knew that we were probably coming a little bit hyped. Okay, let's go out, let's give it energy, but we couldn't. They were just in a way laughing because they knew we had nothing. We had played 3 games in a row without scoring a goal, even hardly creating a chance, and now it's our fourth game in a row not scoring. We haven't done this since 1992, I believe. 1992 was the last time Man United did go 4 games in a row without scoring.
Yeah. No,
So
it's
Ten Hag sets new records all the time, and it's not good. Um, I just want to balance my view a little bit. I feel now I'm a little bit negative to Ten Hag. I just want to say we have had a lot of injuries. This is a group of players with no confidence at all. You could see it when when they scored the first goal, the heads dropped. So I think now it's time for Ten Hag to what do you call it, to make things easy, simple, play simple football, forget about all this Ajax total football thing. It won't work with this group of players. Now we got to
yeah,
set up a double pivot, be solid in the back, maybe just play on the counter as Ole did until we get settled out this squad, because this squad of players are simply not good enough, and we all see it. They can't receive the ball, pass it in 2 touches. They need to use 3 4 touches, and the pass is a little bit scruffy. This is how we work, and yeah, that's a big problem.
yeah. I want to share something to you guys because he won the manager of the month last month, and then we had a peccable, inform result. But if you look at now, we dropped down to the eighth with 3 losses, 1 draw, and 1 win. That's a
Mm.
hell of a big difference. When we had 4 wins, 1 draw, or something like that, and we actually been surpassed by West Ham as well. They came from the middle of nowhere. Currently, Spurs is playing Newcastle. It's 0-0. City still on fourth, and Liverpool is playing Arsenal. So that's an interesting one. They're sitting on 39 points each, I think, together with. Is it? Yeah. The first, second, and third both on 30. No, hang on. Villa and Villa is joint number one with Arsenal.
Mm-hmm.
Do you see Villa have a chance to potentially do a sneaky bastard?
Yeah, they sure do.
Why not?
They have a good squad.
2016, Leicester did
And
it.
I think Unai Emery is a little bit underrated. I think he can actually do stuff with this team. We
Mhm.
saw them against Manchester City. They had a good result, and they're a good team. At the moment, I don't feel we have any chance against Aston Villa. What do you guys think in the VAR room? Do we have a chance? Can we nick 1 point at
Yeah, but
least?
Villa played 1-1 yesterday, so yeah, and they're playing away. We're playing at home so yeah. Hopefully the crowd will be up for it. But just want to bring this to the stage again, Jarvis, because currently we're on 28 points, and from top four, that is what 6 points gap, a six
Mm.
points gap, barring what City's doing over the weekend as well. So I don't know. We had an opportunity, we bottled it. We were 3 points behind City. We dropped points. I don't know. This
Yeah,
is
but there's no use to watching the table at the moment.
no.
We are playing like a relegation team at the moment. We don't create chances. That's one of the biggest problems. We can't score goals. We can't defend. We gotta tighten up the ship and start to realize the situation we are in. We can't keep going like this. We will
Yeah.
we will get relegated if we continue like this, because now we can't beat that. We can't beat Burnley. We can't beat West Ham. We are toothless, and we are chanceless, and yeah,
Yeah.
that's the problem. We need to start playing the double pivot. I've been
Yeah.
talking about this since game week 1.
Yeah, we have. We have. Look, the overall stats here, what I'm looking at here on Google as well. United had 11 shots on target, right?
Yeah.
Uh, West Ham 12. No, actually, five on target. Three. We had 3 on target, but total shots on goal like 12 versus 11. Ball possession, actually, Manchester United won ball possession by 66%, and they had 34. That means they were just parking the bus, playing the game, and going basically on set pieces with James Ward-Prowse's pieces, right?
Mm.
We had 604 completed passes. Well, they have 312. And I just find it like ridiculous, all this with nothing to show for, right?
Mm.
Okay, for me, it was just the game was stuck in the midfield and the defense, right? We were just passing it around, doing nothing, right? Not even
Yeah.
laying a glove on them. And this is why he needs to find his balance, right? He needs to either go back, bring Mason Greenwood back in January, whatever. Start finding something, right? I'm glad to see
Mm.
that he's bringing on youngsters, Kobe Mainoo, you can't blame him for that. Like, he's still young, but I think Kobe Mainoo had a fantastic game today, barring that mistake.
Mainu was really good.
Was
He
our
won
best
a couple
player.
of aerials. He had a lot of tackles. He won 5 tackles. He his pass succession was 88%. He was really good. Yeah, I would say Mainu. He was one of our better players. If not the best player, I would say Luke Shaw and Mainu and Johnny Evans was our three good players. Rest of the team
Yeah.
sucked.
That's the only positive I can find from this game. I mean, yeah, up to the 70 minute, like, we were actually gaining more possession. We looked solid, compact again. Kobe Mainoo, I think it was the breath of fresh air, together with the young defender that made his debut, which name I still haven't learned. Chawawamba. And what's his name?
Kambala.
Kambala. I'm
Kambala.
stuck with this Chawawamba, that song. I get knocked down and get up and in. That's Chawawamba.
Yeah.
So when I saw his name, I was thinking of Chawawamba. Now it's forever stuck in my mind. New striker in January. I can see you guys in the comment. Like, this might be a very short stream. It's Christmas. We just wanted to have a reaction. I have nothing more to say. I mean, I'm not even going to rate the players.
I can open the line if you like, Mick. If you have stuff to do, if people want to come in and have their say,
sure, we can
stay on for another 20 minutes.
I think Peter want to come in here. Say Thomas from Gothenburg. And
yeah, if you have stuff to do, it's okay.
I'm absolutely knackered, man. I'm absolutely knackered. Like, we had 3 streams yesterday. Posted the link here, guys. If you want to come in and say Happy Christmas, and then I might shoot off in 5-10 minutes or so.
Yeah,
but I'm here with you, Jarvis. I'm here with you.
That's okay. I'm trying to analyze the game. I'm watching the stats right now. I think West Ham just had a blast today. Oh,
hey, Peter. Merry Christmas.
Yeah.
How you doing, my friend?
Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas.
Chat. How you doing?
Yeah, not too bad. What did you expect? Did you expect? You said 2-0 to United.
I did say 2-0 because you know what? Look, you got to look at this. The reason why I said 2-0 was this: when we played Liverpool, they spurned 34 chances without hitting the target. Liverpool, they had a bad day. What did they do to West Ham in the week? They ripped on a new one. That was a false result. What we got against Liverpool 0-0. I said this at the start of the season, and Jarvis asked me the other day, am I on the fence about Erik ten Hag? I'm not on the fence. The guy's not good enough. And when Sir Jim comes in, scruff and neck, seat of pants, bump, get out the door, mate.
If he comes in. He was apparently supposed to come in yesterday already.
That's why I said if. You know what I mean? But he's not good enough, Mick. Look, I mean, you look at that game there today. Yeah? You're playing Max Horse. Okay. But did I say a few games ago, why don't you drop either Oyland to number 10 or put Palestri at number 10?
Yeah, exactly.
But get a bit of creativity. And I've told you, you told me off a few games ago about having a go at our young players. I'm telling everyone now, Alejandro Januzaj 2.0 is a very wasteful player. He needs to be sat down and told, pass to your teammates. He tried to shoot when Oyland was on the floor in front of him. I'm sorry, there's no excuse for that. Where do you think the ball's going to go?
I don't know, man. I just remember what the pundit was saying on that stream that I was watching. I think it was Peter Schmeichel that said in the second half, he said they look like they're just playing for themselves, right?
Yeah, they do.
They have no understanding of how to progress the ball forward. And that seems to be the problem to me.
You know what? Pick up.
At least Garnacho tried. At least Garnacho tried, Peter.
He's made a mistake, Mainoo. Look, we all make mistakes. We're not going to crucify a young lad because he had a really good game, actually. But, mistakes happen. Kambala, I told you, Mick. Yeah. When I texted you asked me, is he any good? He is good. And there's another good defender on the bench there, Reece Bennett. The problem is they're just not quite ready yet.
No.
Is Erik ten Hag the man to take him forward? I don't think he is. He's not. He's not. Unfortunately,
Merry Christmas, Thomas.
I mean, I've got nothing personally against ten Hag. because, he's won us a cup. We nearly beat City in the FA Cup. You know what I mean? You can't knock what he's done, but he's clueless. He's just literally clueless, man.
Oh,
you
look,
can't go on like this
I
with
have
him.
somebody that wants to say as well, somebody that is freezing his ass off by the looks of it. It looks like very cold where you are. Thomas, welcome.
Thomas.
Can you hear us? We can't hear you. You're on mute, my friend. You got to unmute yourself. No. 1, 2, testing. Mic check. 1, talk. Oh, he's on mute. Hang on a second. I got to unmute him again. Hello?
Jarvis, you like the blue?
Can you hear me now?
Yes. Brilliant,
Perfect.
Thomas.
Yeah.
How you guys doing?
Yeah, you
good.
look cold, man.
All right, my man. How you doing?
I'm fine, thank you. I had to go out and cool down a little bit. At least we got a white Christmas.
Oh,
Yeah.
beautiful.
Nice.
Beautiful, man. Beautiful.
Yeah, disappointing, but expected. If I'm gonna be honest with you guys.
Why?
I don't understand. There's two things that I don't understand. First of all, I don't understand why Ten Hag keeps doing this Mctominay stuff.
Yeah,
and not solve the midfield, because that's where every team this season has just been running through the whole midfield, and he's not doing anything about it. And the second is the common denominator for the last 5 managers. These players ain't up for it. These players ain't good enough. They are not good enough. There's several players in that team that's been through several managers, and they don't care.
Jose said it.
They don't. Yeah.
Jose
and
said
then they just don't care, and that's the most annoying thing. That's the most annoying thing about this whole. It's we can of course Ten Hag has his faults, but these players, I'm sorry, but I can't stand them. I can't. No. I really can't. It's too easy. It's too easy to blame it on the manager. It's too easy. You have to be at the whole bigger picture.
Yeah, no, I do. Spurs just went 1 up. Yeah. Just for the record, Spurs just went 1 up against Everton right now. So, yeah, it looks like we're going to drop even further down before New Year's, guys. Yeah, I agree with you saying there, mate. And that's the problem, is that they overinflated, overpaid, and overbid. Like, you're paying average players like huge salaries, and that has been the problem. That is the first thing.
2 seconds. I would just address James in the VAR room in the chat. Don't be abusive, calling people names and stuff. If you do it again, I will remove you. So be polite and talk with respect.
Oh yeah, I see that comment, James. No worries, Biggie. James, I can see you, man. I know everyone is upset. This totally ruins my Christmas, but I ain't gonna let this ruin my Christmas, Thomas. 100%. Like,
no.
No way, man. No way, man.
Guys, it won't.
It is what it is. We are on the rebuild this season. I don't know what to say. There's nothing that's going to change my mind. Even if we change a manager, there is nobody that could do any difference. The only thing that could make a difference is if we get new ownership, a new establishment, and that's the only way we can stop this nonsense.
If we even get it.
If we get it.
I don't know. I don't even know what they're doing. I don't trust anything they say. I don't trust anything that comes out.
No.
And nothing. And people, I don't know. I don't understand why people like, but he's going to come in, he's going to get 25%. It's going to. What makes you think anything is going to change? Even if it get 25%, what makes you think anything is going to change?
Yep. You got to get rid of the players first and foremost.
You know what, guys? Right. I was looking at comments this morning from Jurgen Klopp, and he was saying that the European court ruling was a kick up the what for UEFA. And, obviously Man United has said, we're not going to join the Super League. I tell you what, don't believe anything. about
I
that.
don't believe it.
We're
Yeah.
going to go in that league. I'm telling you. First chance
Yeah.
we get, we will be going in that Super League.
Of course, Peter, they come
Yeah.
out with a statement straight away, 30 minutes after
Yeah.
the news broke. United was the kind of the first to come out to say, because if they wouldn't, it would be like, fans will be on the lynch mob. This
Yeah.
whole takeover has kind of, where did the Glazers protest when? Because they've been feeding you that we're going to have 25% or whatever. Where all of a sudden everything stopped, all the protests stopped. If you noticed,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
They had to come out with another statement to say
I mean,
we're not going to.
there's legislation going through next year in English law about English teams can't participate in the European League. Yeah, like the rich clubs cared about that. They're going to put middle finger up to the English law and go, you know what? We're that powerful. What can you do? Goodbye. Have a nice day.
Yeah.
And that's
Yeah,
exactly what they're going to do.
Man.
We all know
You know
that,
what, guys? It's the hope that kills you, and I agree. Thomas, James, is what you're saying. It truth hurts, and that's what it is, man. Hope kills us, truth hurts, but at the end of the day, it's
It
Christmas. I ain't
But
gonna
truth
get
is also necessary for change.
Yeah, it is. Yeah,
And the fact is, the sooner fans open their eyes and realize the Glazers are playing chess. It's not checkers. It's chess. Stop believing anything. Like it's like you can't be this naive. Like you can't. They've been lying to us 111 million times, and you still believe their BS that comes out.
Yeah.
PR or whatever. Like stop doing. They're not gonna do anything for any one of us. They don't care about the club. They don't care about you. They don't care about anybody but themselves and their Louis Vuitton bags or whatever they want to buy for themselves. That's it. The sooner you get that into your head, the sooner you will feel better and everybody else will feel better. Point blank.
Yeah.
It brings me to a quote that George W. Bush wasn't this smart, in the establishment. Across the pond. He said, "Fool me once, shame on me. Fool me twice." He started thinking, shame on me. Fool me 3 times. A fool can't be fooled again. It's like, but we've been fooled so many times by these guys. So yeah, 3rd time, 5th time, 10th time, don't fall for this trap, right? So the truth hurts, and the truth is just in front of your noses. Everyone can see it, right? Jarvis, according to your opinion, do you agree what Thomas is saying? Do you reckon, the only change and only revamp is to sort of rebolster that squad? Dust it out.
We have been talking about this for 10, 12 years now, and I think both Peter and Thomas is spot on, when they talk about the problem of the situation. But it's getting to a point where it's so toxic, I can't even see how to fix it. It will be a clean sheet, getting the Qataris in and just sacking all of the leadership in this club and basically all of the players. It's a very tough situation to solve, at least in the short run. It maybe will take 5 to 10 years to solve the situation at the moment now, because we can't shift out 25, 30 players like this, and we can't shift out all the leaders, all the coaches, all the physios, all the medical stuff, all the people who are in charge, and we have the leeches. They have sucked onto Man United now. They're sucking the blood out of the club. The Glazers, Joe Glazers, Avram Glazers, those are the guys who are in charge of this, and they are the one who are to blame. But when you go down, you see there's problems in every aspect of the club. So it will take time, and I don't know if we as fans are deluded. We sit here game after game, getting our hopes up high,
but that's what we fans do, man. That's what we that's the only hope that keeps us going, right? That's called delusional. But if you're not fixing the rot, because you said it yourself that it's gone far away from the top down to the dressing room.
Yeah.
That virus has gone down already. So you need to find the antibiotics for it. You know what I mean?
My level is this now, guys, which it's been like this since the Glazers have been in, actually. Yeah. The only thing we want to see as fans is good football. That's all we want to see. Yeah, we all know about the politics. I call it the politics of dancing, because everyone dances around the problem. Okay, these are things that are not in our control. What's in our control is when we go to a game, pay money, when we put our bum on that seat, we want to see a good game of football. We're not even getting that. And at the end of the day, that buck stops with the manager.
Yep. I'm just going to read
It's that
James's
simple.
comment. Just going to read James's comment. It says 6 hours and 20 minutes without a goal. Erik ten Hag in lol. Mate, 18 years and 2 fucking months and 1 billion in debt. I say fucking Glazers out.
Yeah, I think we all feel that Glazers should be gone now, but they're not.
James,
They're staying.
Seriously,
They're staying.
18 years and
climbing.
2 months and 1 billion in debt.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Come with that instead.
Fans are asking the wrong questions. They're just waiting for somebody else to do it. Like, what are we gonna do? What are we gonna do? Stop!
Well, I mean,
The Glazers are just riding the wave. What are we gonna do? Ask the question. Ask the right questions. What can we do?
The problem is, Tom. Yeah, is it Tom? Sorry, sir.
Thomas,
Is that
yeah.
you?
Thomas.
Thomas. Yeah. Yeah. Problem is, Tom. I'm a match-going fan. I can tell you now, like, if I don't go to the game, and all the 73,000 other fans who regularly go don't attend Old Trafford, there's about 2 million other fans waiting to take the season tickets off them.
Yeah.
So emptying the stadium's not going to work. I tell you how you work the Glazers and Manchester United Football Club. Collectively, everybody turns off. You don't watch the games. You don't do anything on social media. Within 1 month, I guarantee you, it will implode. Because you don't understand. People don't understand. Man United make more money from media revenue than whatever match-going fans will ever put in the stadium when they go.
We have to read up a super chat. Merry Christmas, Jonathan Liljenborg from Sweden. Swedish crown 20. United is going to be Shake That Room owner soon. Yeah, that will be something. Shake that room, Annabella. Shake that room. Yeah. So yeah, we see nothing is happening at the moment, and nothing will be happening until next season. Don't be even
as long as Glazers is not there.
Now, dude, don't be even surprised what Andy Tate was saying that he's going to drag out to the summer. You know, it's going to.
Oh no. This is calculated.
They like us.
This is calculated. This is by design. Everything that happened with the Glazers, with this club, is by design. Don't get it twisted, folks. It's by design. Nothing else. I mean, we can say whatever we want about them, but they are intelligent people, no doubt about it. They know how to play the game. They know how to take advantage of things like this, and they played their hand beautifully. If we're gonna be honest, they have played it beautifully.
They have. Polo too. Big up, my friend. Merry Christmas to you. And I assume you're also a match-going fan. Is probably reacting to what you're saying there, Peter, as well. Shambles, and anyone that puts the foot inside Old Trafford partly to blame. Close Old Trafford for home games. Look at what money-grabbing Ferguson called us. Sorry?
Don't stop it.
I'm sorry. I'm just. We have to stop. We have to stop blaming. This is the divide and conquer game. What they're doing.
It is.
And fans has to stop blaming each other and start talking to each other. Start talking to each other. Who cares if one groups do this and everybody wants to be like the hero? It's not gonna work. It's not gonna work.
No.
No, but I mean, you have to open to dialogue. The fans group in England has to talk to other fans group in England, and you got to start somewhere. And the global fan base are huge. I know most of us are ready to do whatever we can to chip in.
This is what I was saying, Tom. Sorry to interrupt you, sir, but this is what I was saying is it's okay, us English fans based in England that don't attend the stadium. Yeah, we can do that bit. But globally, Man United, if everybody just turns off, don't react to anything Man United, the message will soon hit home. The problem is, how do you convince minimum 500 million people to sing from the same hymn sheet as you? You understand what I'm saying? It's not impossible. because
Yeah,
everybody has
okay.
this
So that,
mindset.
that comes down to what Hector Rico is saying here as well. Big up Hector Rico for coming in here, voicing your opinion as well. Anyone really surprised about this? You know, the result today? Same old story, few chances, none taken, silly goal conceded, heads
Well,
dropped, towel down in, Eric Ten Hag out trending, around and round and round we go. And that is
of course, yeah.
summarize everything, yeah. So big up Hector, man. Big up.
Yeah, but the thing is, right? Yeah, that was, excuse me. That's been trending. Eddie Howe out at Newcastle. They're getting beat by Luton. If Luton beat Newcastle today, I bet you Eddie Howe gets replaced.
Yeah. Spurs is up 2-0, by the way. And Rushman is coming in here. You have people that attended Old Trafford, they're not interested to protest, they're getting their owners out. And that's actually a fact, Peter. They're just happy
What was
to
that?
pay the price. Rushman is saying, you know, people at Old Trafford, there's some of them in the fan base, they are much going fans. They're not interested in protest or getting the
No.
owners out.
Well,
They're just interested to get entertainment and pay the
see,
price.
what you got to understand, Mick. Yeah, Jarvis, Tommy. Now, when you're at Old Trafford, yeah, because you've got a lot of CCTV. If you show any sign of dissent, you will get identified and you will be banned from the stadium.
Yeah.
Do you understand what I'm saying? So you can protest all you want, but it'll be the last time you ever go to Old Trafford. Put it that way.
Yeah.
So I'm
Yeah,
trying
and the
to dissect.
Glazers have put that into work.
Hang on a second. I got to dissect. This was disappearing before Peter O'Toole, right? I'm trying to dissect what Peter is trying to say here. Shut down Old Trafford? Is that what you're saying, Peter? And I understand that Ferguson called it out. Like, you know, they've closed Old Trafford for home games. Look at what money-grabbing Ferguson called out our noisy neighbours are doing. Another trophy last night. Shut Old Trafford. They will never
This
do
what will
that,
happen.
Pete.
Okay, then listen to me now carefully. Yeah, if we protested Old Trafford like we did against the Liverpool game, got it called off. Soon as we start to do anything like that again, yeah, the police will put a cordon round Old Trafford, and you will be herded in like little sheep. Any sign of dissent, and you will be ejected
100%.
from there. That's exactly what will happen. So protesting at Old Trafford will not solve this problem. I'll go back to what I said again. Turn off from social media. Turn off from watching Man United on TV. That is going to be more effective than being
Luton's
like
up
that
with 1-0
proactive
over
in the stadium.
Newcastle just now.
Mick, I just want to address this comment from Evil Bosic, and I just want to say that Eric Ten Hag can be good enough, or he can be completely incompetent. But what we know for 100% sure is that the squad is not good enough. So I don't know where to start. Are we going to start with Ten Hag, or are we going to start with the players? Because we know the players are not good enough. We know that we don't know if Ten Hag is good enough or incompetent. We saw last season he brought us third place, 2 cup finals. He can be good enough, but I don't know.
I think we have to start above Ten Hag. That's where we have to start.
Yeah, listen, I have a very, very sound adult proposal for all of you that's tuning in and for the panel, like Mohamed Zaki. So not even Robin Hood can say Manchester United or at the moment, ha ha ha.
No.
In a point, guys, don't let this affect you. Christmas is around the corner. Spend time with your family, with the loved ones. It's time of giving. We just got robbed here, and I'm not going to sit here and dwell over what can have been done or what can be done, because we're just running around in a circle. So the more mature thing is just forget about this game today and just focus on what's important. You know, the loved ones next to you, and just enjoy your Christmas spirit and the Christmas holiday, right? I know it hurts, but we're not going to.
You know what, guys? I was just looking at the chat there, and Rushman, who came out with probably the best comments of the day, and he's right. The man who caused all this is the man who can stop it all, and that's Sir Alex Ferguson. He caused it with a racehorse, and if he turns around and says to every Man United fan, rebel against this, what do you think every Man United fan will do?
You know how much bollocks I did for that video, like and the Rock of Gibraltar. I did a documentary of it. God, I got pelters for it. I called it out exactly what Rushman was saying.
And this is it, but Fergie won't do it because he's on the Glazers payroll.
Yeah, he is. He's been hush. He's receiving hush money. That's the thing.
Yeah, of course he is. Yeah.
I mean,
I don't know how it's going to change.
Why would you destroy your own legacy? You build something and just to be like sitting there with no voting power on the board, just to be a prop, you know, for the Glazers.
Well,
Because
even
nobody
he will even become a more of a living legend if he does that.
Anyway,
But what
I
can you
have
do?
nothing more to say, guys. I'm absolutely
Yeah.
baffled over this.
Yeah.
Was not the result I was expecting, but it ain't gonna destroy my festive mood at the moment,
No,
right?
no.
Well, it's Saturday. I had a good day, and I'm looking forward for Christmas Eve tomorrow as well, guys. So what's
Merry
your plan for
Christmas,
tomorrow?
everyone.
Merry
Anyway,
Christmas, everyone.
remember that.
Merry
What's your
Christmas.
plans for Christmas, Thomas?
My
How do
plans?
you feel? Hmm.
Right now we're cooking food again, and then we're gonna eat again,
Nice.
and we're just gonna chill and
Then you're gonna have leftovers for 3 days, right?
we're gonna probably have leftover for 3 weeks.
Turkey curry.
So we're going to now we at my in-laws, and tomorrow we're going to my parents' place. So it's gonna be it's gonna be a Manchester United tour.
Yeah. Big up, Viking Red is here. Hi, everyone. This is Typical United. Dark Crow is saying, I'm ready to buy this channel if it stays Erik ten Hag in no matter what price. Buy Manchester United instead. Put your money into Manchester United. As a matter of fact, collect
No,
as
no.
many super chats
Yeah,
to us so we can buy Manchester United 100%.
Yeah.
And Paul O'Toole is agree with you. Spot on, should speak up for both of us and our club. And James is saying now we blame Sir Alex Ferguson, mate. We're not blaming anything. You know, you totally off your rockets here, mate. We've been speaking about everything. So, what is your solution? In case I've seen everything you write in the comments, we try to have a balanced approach, James. So let us know in the comments what you think instead of attacking people here as well, here and there. Everyone is entitled to opinion, including you, my friend. So please, before we close this shop, James, I want to hear from you then. What is your solution instead of being a moaner? Does that make sense, James? Sorry.
It makes sense to me.
No.
Nobody blames Sir Alex.
I certainly have no other way to say, if you're running around that hamster wheel, I'm sorry, like, you know, the problem has to stop. The curse has to be broken, and that means that we need new ownership. We need to a totally new structure, a new vision, and rebolster that squad. Get rid of that deadwood, because Jose Mourinho called it out in the interview. He said there's players in there that I recommended 2 months in the job that get rid of, and the club still kept it. There was a damning article that came out from was it James? Was it James Stockton?
Yeah, yesterday, right? Yesterday.
Taking a massive hit of Laurie Whitwell. The Athletic, taking a massive dump on John Murtagh, which is pretty much a fake sporting director, right? And then you appoint, like, you know, Darren Fletcher, who has no pedigree CV whatsoever, experience to be a technical director. They're just props there. They're the Glazer Simps, right?
Yeah.
So
the Myrtle madness, it made me laugh yesterday. I read, you know, when we tried to buy Jude Bellingham, they brought him to the stadium. And Solskjaer and his assistant managers wanted to let him have a talk with Sir Alex. So Sir Alex was in the room. They got to say hi, and then Murto say, "Okay, come here." And he brought Jude Bellingham and his parents out to go to the Old Trafford tour instead of letting him have time to speak with Sir Alex. So Sir Alex was fuming because of this, because Murto wouldn't let him talk to Sir Alex.
What a numpty. So that means
he's never going to come here.
He's totally incompetent.
A Glazer puppet. So, in summary, we can go around point fingers on what happened here in this game. I see the game from a different perspective. Like, I can see that we've been conceding far too many goals. Instead of, like, you know, we've been compact, not letting goals in, but today didn't work, right? Next step is we need creativity back. And for me, the priority this season is to finally turn the page with new structure, new owner. We are so bloody deserved. We've been protesting for 18 years about this. So, you can blame the managers, blame everything, but if they still around the same fucking structure, you can appoint any manager, nothing's going to change. We're going to be here in 18 months talking the same gash. And that is a fact, guys.
Yep.
Yeah.
110%.
I mean, exactly, Mick. I mean, I echo everything you say there, but, again, I'll come back to what I said before. The only thing the manager can do is try and get us to play some kind of decent football. I mean, who's his number 2? Fergie's ex number 2. What's he bleeding doing? He just sits there worried. You know what I mean? I can't remember his name, the old get. He used to manage England, didn't he? What's his name?
I believe
McLaren.
nobody can tell this player anything.
No,
Yeah.
I agree with Fanny Can TV here. So no, I got nothing to say. Not sure if I'm in and out. All I can say is I'm looking at the Christmas
McLaren, yeah,
turkey.
cheers.
I'm looking at the Christmas turkey, Paul Peter, and I said, "Get into my belly, get into my belly." McLaren.
Yeah, that's the one. McLaren. I mean, what's he doing? What actually is he doing? Because you don't see him standing up. Every time you see him, when the cameras go to him, he's just looking there as if he's crapped himself. And there's nothing there. Like, it's like, why have you even got him? What? Because he used to be your number 2 when you was at Utrecht or whatever it was. What have you got him there for? Don't get a younger guy who could be an up-and-coming manager who leads to learn his Spurs. Get in with you and get more proactive than using an over-the-hill ex-manager who was Fergie's old laggy. Even that setup's totally wrong.
Okay, we're gonna end up the stream. Big up Paul Tool. He's off to work, lads. Happy Merry Christmas. Take care.
Have a good
Ev-
day.
Merry Christmas, guys.
And
Yeah.
we finish off to say eventually we'll become good. So eventually, I agree. Eventually,
Some
we'll
dads for
become-
me.
Yeah, some darts. Guys, thank you for watching us. It's been 1 hour stream. Merry Christmas to all of you. Merry Christmas, Jarvis. I wish
Yeah.
you all the best. I know in Norway you open
Merry
presents
Christmas,
tomorrow,
everyone.
same with Sweden, right? Christmas Eve. And Peter, how do you celebrate Christmas on Christmas Day or Christmas Eve?
Well, I'm celebrating it now. It's, in England, it's like a 2-week affair. You know what I mean? Start off with Stella. In between, we have a bit of food and finish with Stella.
Stella with the Stella. Listen, guys, happy Christmas, and don't let this game spoil your holiday, right? So we see you to the
Cheers,
next
all.
video. We are taking
Have
a
a good
small little break.
holidays, everyone.
Yeah, we're taking a
You
small
too.
little break. We'll be back for the next game. Jarvis, say hello to your family. Merry Christmas, and what's up me, whatever you get for Christmas.
Mm.
You can bring up your cards right now.
No, I don't want to bring them up. Yeah, it's a red card for everyone in the team
card.
for me. Yeah. It is what it is. We just gotta move on and hope we can bring out
Jarvis.
the miracle against Aston Villa. That's the
Jarvis.
thing. But I don't believe it.
I bet you the first name on your red card is Eric Ten Hag.
No. I'm on the fence, but I would like to give Ten Hag the rest of the season, whatever happens.
I thought he was going to say I would like to give Ten Hag a good idea.
How about a orange card? Simbin.
Well, I gave him a yellow after the first round against Wolves because we obviously saw the big gap in the midfield, and that has been a continually problem for the rest of the season. And he doesn't seem to address it, and he doesn't seem to know how to fix it. And that's a big problem if you're a Premier League manager. If you can't fix your faults, because I will give him time because I want him to learn during the job. He's unexperienced. He came from the Eredivisie, and it takes a little bit of time, but he's so effing stubborn. He doesn't seem to change his ways, and that's a big problem. And when we see change his ways, we have success. We had success against Crystal Palace when he didn't play with Bruno. He played with a couple of youngsters with more energy. He did the same against Liverpool. Didn't play with Bruno, and now we have the blueprint how to succeed. But he doesn't. He always goes back to his own stubborn way, and that's a big problem. If you're a manager, you need to learn in the job. This is not the Eredivisie. He needs to understand this, and that's
maybe he's listening to the wrong people that's whispering in his ear. Like, you should be authoritarian to say, look, this worked, I'm going to stick with that. But then you have McLaren whispering in his ear, then you have Michel van der Gaag, you have Darren Fletcher whispering in his ear. We've seen that before. Listen, guys, I'm going to dwell further. I'm absolutely exhausted. I just want to take the opportunity to thank everyone from yesterday's Christmas stream and for helping us achieving 20,000 subscribers yesterday. Merry Christmas to everyone. Thank you for the 20,000
Yeah.
subscribers. It's time to pack up the show, and we should see you to the next video. Ho, 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 ho. We didn't do
Happy
it.
holidays, everyone.
Happy holidays. See you guys.
Holidays. Merry
Bye for now.
Christmas.
Cheers.
Thank you so much for stopping by and watching MUFC Realist TV. Don't forget to like and subscribe and follow us on the socials.